Hey guys, this is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is your weekly energy reading for June 14th to the 21st. So we're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. But remember that time is irrelevant in the spirit world. So these could be energies of things that could possibly, be coming. They could be current energies, or they could be a validation from spirit of something that you've just recently went through. I wanted to get back into where I'm doing the Monday to Thursday readings with a element for each day. So Mondays are going to be our earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Tuesdays are going to be our water signs with Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Wednesdays are going to be our air signs with Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And Thursdays are our fire signs with Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Now, if you're seeking a personal reading, please contact me at oracleintuitions.com, or you can go to my Facebook page at Oracle Intuitions or my Instagram page at Oracle_Intuitions. Also, make sure that you subscribe and click like on this video. If you subscribe, we actually do free weekly readings on my channel on Wednesdays. So these are for our subscribers. Now, we do go by donation as well. Okay, so usually the donations, people that have donated, we do look into their reading first. But we also have a lottery for our subscribers. And this is where you can submit a question, and my co-host and I, we answer it on the air. So this is a live, this is a live mini reading. Also on Sunday, and this is, sorry, I should tell you, 6 o'clock Mountain Time is when we do the live mini readings, all right? But on Sundays, we also do a live interview show with special guests that have a spiritual element. So these could be psychics, tarot readers, paranormal investigators, anybody that has a spiritual connection. And these are at 2 o'clock on Sundays. So make sure that, again, click subscribe, click like, share the video if this has resonated with you. We look forward to seeing you, throughout the week, and also on our live shows. So today, for this particular reading, we're going to be using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. This is by Colette Baron-Reid. We're also going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies, again by Colette Baron-Reid. We're going to be using the Wisdom Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine, and we're going to be using the fortune reading cards. Unfortunately, I do not know who created them. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing week. Take care. Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading for June 14th to the 21st. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest you take a look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as they come out throughout the week on my channel. Also, remember that time is irrelevant in the spiritual realm. So some of these messages may pertain to next week, some of them may be current, and some of them may be a validation of things that you have gone through recently. All right, so let's take a look and see what is coming through from spirit. All right, one more shuffle. For the mind, we have the Ace of Swords. So it talks about brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overwhelming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely. Remain objective. All right, that's our mental space. For our body or external circumstances, look at this. We have the Ace of Wands. So an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. Beautiful energy. And for spirit, we have the Dreamer. So this is the Fool. A new start. Trust yourself. Push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. So Cancer, it's really, it's very obvious here that some sort of new opportunity, you're either wishing a new opportunity is going to be presented, and it looks, from the looks of it, it will be, or you're being asked, you've asked for a new opportunity, or one is being presented to you at this time. What I'm getting here is it really feels that for some of you, you're trying to get the mental clarity as to whether or not to take some sort of new opportunity that is about to be presented or has been presented. Or maybe you're thinking about, should I move forward in this realm? Is this something that is resonating with me? Is this something that I should pursue? And I'm really getting from Spirit is that with this Ace of Wands coming through, as well as the Fool, yes, now is the time to take the risk. So whatever it is, whether this is a relationship or maybe perhaps a new career path or just some other sort of step forward, it feels like now is the time to really do so. Or again, maybe this is a validation from Spirit that yes, you chose the right path, especially if you're in a place of confusion about, did I take the right path? Was this the right decision at this time? This is a validation from Spirit that yes, your decision was absolutely the right way to go. All right, so let's get some clarification and see what is coming through. This is beautiful energy because either something is about to be presented to you that is going to be the right choice for you, or again, maybe it's something that you've already done. All right, or current energy, right? Maybe something just came through right now. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do it. Well, there it is. That's your validation to move forward. Time to go. Time to take that risk. All right. So let's see what clarification is coming through. Yeah, the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. Beautiful energy, especially coming in with that Ace of Swords. When we have that Ace of Swords, again, it's about mental clarity and new ideas. And this is exactly, it's telling you to transform. It's about, following your intuition. Maybe something isn't happening overnight because we do need that patience. But it is saying to you, yes, you are on the right path. This is going to help you transform, whether it's your financial situation, a relationship status, again, maybe perhaps career path, however that relates to you. This is the time. It's telling you to trust your inner intuition at this moment. And we have the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, selfishness, humility, and conscious action. So it's really interesting, especially coming in with that Ace of Wands, because it's really asking you, I feel like for many of you, the question being asked here is, will this help on a grand scheme, universal consciousness in some way? Is this a project or a goal directly for yourself, or will it help others through this transformation? That's something that you may need to, that may help clarify something for you, especially if you have two decisions to make. Is this going to help many people in the long run, or is this something that is fully, helping only myself at this moment? Because it really feels like selfishness, selflessness is an important factor, throughout this process. And that may actually help speed along the transformation and, some sort of resources that are coming through. All right. I feel like for some of you, if there was some sort of disagreement or decision that had to be made in regards to a particular person, or maybe an individual or a group, I also feel like choosing the path of selflessness is going to help open the doors and lead to a new path, maybe where there's some sort of reconciliation. All right, so that is also something to truly think about. We also have the Hungry Ghost, obsession, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. So I feel like that is sort of a validation of what I had just said as well. It really feels here with those Hungry Ghosts is that when we are working only and truly for ourselves, when we're only putting ourselves first, or our own financial resources, let's just say like our own financial abundance, our own, what we're going to receive out of a situation. And we're not being truly selflessness or having that gratitude towards what it is that we're receiving. A lot of times, and this isn't, pointed towards any particular sign or individual. This is just as a group consciousness. A lot of times when we get into that place of ego, okay, and we say, well, how is this benefiting me? Well, it's not going to benefit me, so I'm not going to do it. Even though the opportunity could lead to something amazing. Are you truly being selflessness in doing something? It's sort of one of the things that is coming through is, a lot of people will, feed the homeless, or you ever see those TikTok videos or, just things on Facebook where it's like, well, there's a homeless person, I'm going to, give them this, but then they record the whole thing just to get the validation that they've done something, grand for something. True selflessness is not sharing it with the world, right? When we have the ability to be gracious or to give things to people, if we're also recording that at the same time for prosperity and for our own ego, that is not true selflessness. And I feel like this is sort of a theme that is coming through as well. All right. We have to look at a situation and say, am I truly being fair towards this, towards the circumstance? Or am I in a place where I'm just truly trying to benefit myself? And when we look at it and we say, you know what, I feel like this is a fair opportunity, not only for myself, but also for somebody else, or maybe for another group. This is also where true transformation can come forth. All right. When we have the Swan Queen, as well as, we have the Fool here, it's like a whole fresh start. It's looking at things, and it feels like Spirit is giving us that opportunity to expand our consciousness, but also help to remove parts of our own ego. When we are letting go of having to receive a glorification or a validation that we are good people, or that we do these great things, or that we're, helping in some manner, when we release that, that is where that true transformation comes forth and allows us true abundance. Okay? So let's get some cards in regards to relationships and see what is coming through at this time. So remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, or co-workers. Just take them as they resonate with you at this moment. All right. Cards coming through. We have the Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. And it's interesting because we actually just had this, I don't remember if it was Pisces or Scorpio that it came through for, but I do feel that there are some very strong spiritual messages that are trying to be presented to you at this time. We also have Unity, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. So again, whether this is relationships or great love from the universe, or maybe perhaps for yourself or others, it's really looking here is once we release that need for our own self-gratification, this is where we recognize and we receive this love on a grander scale. It allows a different type of consciousness to be formed, to present itself. It is a great love. Now, for some of you, especially if it has to do with a relationship, maybe that there are messages that are coming through and Spirit is asking you to, look at the circumstances of a situation and say, am I only doing this for me? Is this going to benefit the other person truly? Is this something that they want? Can I release, my own ego or my own vanity in some way? And can I present and allow, spirit to bring forth, this sense of fairness, this sense of humility, this sense of gratitude, to just having this person in my life. And we have the cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. And I really feel, again, is that it's like something really positive and very good and very spiritual and beautiful. And the element of love is trying to present itself. But are you in a place of being stubborn? Or are you in a place that you're only in a, thinking about the scarcity of a situation, that scarcity consciousness? Are you just attaching yourself to the abundance of a situation, or what the possibilities of an abundance of the situation are, instead of looking at the situation in a whole? I really feel like fairness and again, humility need to be taken a look at here. All right, release of the ego is what I keep feeling. So let's get some messages for clarification and see what is coming in. It feels like this is a time to allow spirit to bring forth. Here's the thing. When we release ego, we are now working from a place of higher consciousness. We're working with our higher self. We're allowing those messages to come through in their true form, rather than in some sort of diluted form that we've created within our mind. All right, so this is something that we need to be aware of, and we need to be conscious of. Yeah, we have the Two of Swords. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy, pretending that there is no problem, and overanalyzing a situation. So again, follow your heart. Are you working from ego? The Two of Swords can really represent our mind and our heart. Are we working from our mind, or are we working from our heart? Now's the time to choose the heart rather than our mind. We also have the Queen of Wands. Brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. So for some of you, maybe you're putting too much work into your career life at this time, instead of focusing on some sort of love, some sort of relationship. I mean, this, again, it could be a relationship with your children, with yourself, with your spouse. Maybe perhaps, you're saying, I want to date, but you're not leaving your office, or you're putting too much effort into work, and then you're complaining that you're not dating. There needs to be a balance here in some form. And we also have the Six of Swords, the end of challenging times. Things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or an illness, and it could talk about travel or relocation. So for some of you, maybe you are traveling, or maybe you're planning on relocating. For some of you, I mean, this could be as simple as, maybe you're wanting to move in with your partner, or maybe you've been asked to move in with your partner, but you want everything in your way. All right, maybe you're looking for a place, but there's no, you're not being balanced in the decision. Maybe all the decisions have to be yours, or they have to be perfect for you, but you're not thinking about your partner in some way. And remember that these roles can be reversed, all right? But what Spirit is asking of you at this time is to work from your heart energy, to balance yourself, to remove the ego, to remove a sense of vanity, to remove that sense of having to receive accolades, in something, all right? And it's time to go into a place of consciousness, strong group, whole consciousness, from a place where there is no ego, where you're releasing this, and allow that transformation towards a brand new future that is going to be open and positive, with a sense of humility, and remember, conscious action. All right? Time for that fresh start. Trust yourself. Put your fears aside. A lot of times we come from a place of ego because we have a fear. And when we release that fear, and we have that understanding that Spirit is guiding us, through these next steps forward, that truly takes on a whole new perspective. It gives us a different outlook. We don't have to sit there and fight. And you ever notice that people that have to brag or talk about how beautiful they are, or how wealthy they are, or how well they are in their careers, or whatever it is, that they're usually the saddest? They're usually the ones, if you have to talk about how beautiful or pretty or handsome you are, chances are, you're hiding something, or you're relying upon your external looks, or maybe perhaps, you're trying to, draw attention to that for some reason, or maybe you're just not receiving enough validation towards it in some way. That's a lack of self-confidence, and it's a lack of fear. Same with when we talk about our jobs or our careers. If you have to tell everybody, that you're the top of this and this and this and this, and add a bunch of labels to it, maybe there's a reason why. Is it because you're lacking a strength in some way? All right. It's the same with, again, posting about, I just fed the homeless man. Well, okay, why did you need to do that? That's humiliating for the homeless person. They don't want everybody to know that they were just fed. It's hard enough for them to live their lives as it is. Maybe that's something to think about. So I really feel like this is what Spirit is asking of you in some way. And again, take it all as it resonates for you, all right? But I really feel that releasing a part of our ego will help us move forward in some manner, all right? It's going to help open the doors and allow a fresh start. So let's get some closing messages from Spirit. I am going to be using the Oracle of Seven Energies, but I do not know this deck in its entirety. This is one of those decks that I've had sitting on my shelf for a while, and I may have to use the book as as I pull a card. So just give me, so please be patient with me as we do this. All right. Let's see what closing message is coming through from Spirit. Shining through. There we go. Shining through. So let's take a look and see what it has to say. Okay, 1 second. Shining through. So it talks about self-expression without filters or masks. There we go. Authentic communication, being proud of who you are, shining in the world, refusing to make yourself small just to belong. And again, when we have an ego, it does allow us to be small. It presents ourselves as being small. If we have that strength and that confidence, we don't need to mask it behind an ego. You're being called to step into your own true power and essence. This is one of those times when you're being required to bring everything you are, all that you've learned, experienced, and integrated, and offer it up into service to the world. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. Yes, you will shine brightly. Yes, you will naturally stand apart from others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort, but this is not the time to make yourself small to avoid the glare of the spotlight and potential punishment by others. It takes courage, but know that this is the right thing for you today. You have come so far, and you've been in a proverbial back of the room and learning and gathering learning and gathering mode for so long, and this is an important time, and this important time has served its purpose. You must now step into a new consciousness, seizing a new opportunity to share your wisdom. You will be like a lighthouse, shining through in the dark, illuminating the way for others. Be careful of the voices in your head that say you can't, or that you don't know enough of who you are or who are you to shine. The better question is, who are you not to shine? All you are and all you have become is by the grace of the divine. Now it is your duty to share your gifts. Celebrate this. Share those gifts. Share who you are. Allow it to, be seen in its true light. It doesn't need to be trumpeted by yourself, because your true beauty, your true resourcefulness, your true knowledge, all of that will show itself. All right, it will come to the surface, and you will shine your beautiful self without having to place yourself above others using words or using ego or using a sense of vanity in any way. You will truly shine through on your own. So Cancers, I truly hope that this has helped. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my video, please subscribe, and don't forget to join us on Saturday, or sorry, I got my days mixed up. On Wednesdays at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, where we do mini readings, and on Sundays, where we do our live interviews at 2 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week. Many blessings.